Jag var verkligen inte redo. I was not ready for the massive dark age that the smartphone would create. I wasn't. I thought that now we're gonna get an age of enlightenment and intellectualism. But that is not what we have. Society is more disorganized than ever. It is harder than ever to like it's not organized. I can't get my grip around society anymore. The great Isaac Newton said that in the future, communication devices would make all of humanity into one single giant brain. And it did for the first 40 years, yes, 50 years even, of computers and the internet. That's basically sort of what we were building. But then the smartphone came and something weird happened. People didn't want this one brain anymore. People wanted a bunch of small separate little brains, each living in their own reality, the private chat cults with the smartphones. And I don't get that shit. We're building something so amazing, so that my brain still operates around. My brain is a part of this one big giant brain, humanity. But then the smartphones came and all of a sudden people didn't want it anymore. They wanted the small, tiny little local brains, so to say, with the private chat cults, and I can't get my head around that shit anymore. I can't. Or like, I understand it, but I don't want to join it. It's so bizarre. I don't understand why people want that. People are afraid of the future, I guess. I don't feel good. Like how long will it take until I manage to achieve some level of integration to society? Like when will the merge that Christian, yes, the infamous Christian, started describing? I don't know. I don't know. Normism is still like the dominant social protocol. Normism, and I don't like it. It has to be replaced by citizenism. I don't feel well. I don't understand, or like I understand on a theoretical level, but on a practical level I can't integrate into society with the smartphone culture. I wish my brain could like get enough focus and planning ability so I could make like something greater than just these really rudimentary vlogs. I really like the flares on my hand. Whoa. Because just having enough energy to do these vlogs, that's just horrible. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I've sort of just come to understand that many people just refuse and reject the one brain social protocol because it's just, I don't know, unsexy. I'm just tired, man. These vlogs keep me sane. I feel like I live in the future compared to everyone else. What is my plan for like integrating my being and everything I do into society? I don't know. I've started actually thinking more since the last vlog about going to Stockholm again. Stockholm is cool. I've been there. I was there back in 2023. I was to like some sort of museum, or was I? I don't remember that. Yes. I was to the Museum. And I also looked inside the Royal Music School, Royal Music University, and the Royal Technological Institute. Looked fancy. I would say I looked on the television the other day, and It's so weird seeing how society is so still dominated by the pre-internet way of society being without the integration of the web. Seeing how people just live their little lives. I mean, I suppose that's how I expect most to be, but it's still like, I don't know. As a person who's very fully embraced the one brain web way of orienting themselves, seeing people who do not orient themselves like that, it's really weird to me, and it also feels like space. Like I live in this one world, but majority of people live in that way of viewing the world with the private chat cults, and I'm just Superphysical orientation is not how most people orient themselves. They orient themselves very physically with like their body and their position and thinking about the people around them as being having some sort of deep connection with them when they don't have it. I don't have one at least. It's still localism. I think the reason why I got so good at English early was because I really don't like localism. I really don't like being stuck to the local stuff. That's what the internet was supposed to cure, and it has. But I just don't have. There's something still goofy with my brain. Not sure what. It's brain fog. Funny flares. Yeah, you know what? I might go to Stockholm. Stockholm is cool. That could be an idea, a way of like. That's a place where I know lots of like relevant people are. Like that's a very physical way of orientation. It's a very physical orientation. It's a very physical thinking when it comes to like getting big, going to Stockholm. But I might go there. Just have a bit of a more traditional mindset. That's a good idea. Socializing mindset. Yeah, that's a good idea. Going to Stockholm, I haven't been there in a while. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's big in there anymore. Yeah, going to Stockholm. What's some good places to check out in Stockholm? Like the universities. Yeah, I would like to check out the Technological Institute again, and a bit more deeper. Maybe also a Royal Music School. Just check out what's going on. I am quite curious what's going on there. As I said, it's a very physical way of orienting oneself and thinking about socializing, but whatever, I can do it. Doesn't hurt to go back to the more traditional thinking for a while. The Royal Institute, I bet there's some interesting people there. But it's still so weird meeting people who are still stuck in like the old mindset of how the world works. The very physical orientation. But yeah. That was today's topic, my thinking about the web one brain way of orienting oneself to the world and the very physical localism way of orienting oneself to the world. Socializing, thinking that you need to go to the big cities with the big people, and like physical interaction, that's still something I think is very important. So like I don't look down on that, but still I'm still fundamentally a one brain person. I perceive the world like Nikola Tesla said we would, as a one giant brain. Yeah, I will go to Stockholm, see what's going on there this spring, this summer. We'll see. Yeah, that was the topic for today's video. Kompis, knoge.